Have you ever wondered what really makes a great horror story tick? I mean, it's so much more than just a few jump scares. So today, we're going to dive into a really chilling Hindi horror story. But we're not just going to retell it, we're going to pull back the curtain and analyze its structure to see exactly how it builds that unbearable suspense and delivers this powerful message about sin and justice. Ready? Let's get into it.
So let's start with this. This is the terrifying question that kicks our whole story off. And it's brilliant because it immediately puts you right in the character's shoes. I mean, really think about it for a second. It's the middle of the night, there's a dead body on your doorstep. What on earth would you actually do?
And that question leads us straight into Act 1, the setup. This is where the story lays all its groundwork, introducing us to the people involved and this just unbelievable problem that's about to spiral way out of control.
So what makes this story so powerful from the get-go is how simple the setup is. First, you've got Madhav. He's our protagonist, the relatable guy who gets pulled into this whole mess just because he's trying to be a good friend. Then there's Ramlal, his friend, who is just completely losing his mind with terror. And of course, the silent star of the show, the guest.
This right here, this is the story that Ramlal spins. And you got to admit, it's a pretty convincing one, isn't it? An old man just drops dead. It's a tragedy, sure, but it sounds like it could happen. Ramlal's just a poor guy who's terrified of getting blamed for something he didn't do. Of course, it's a lie, but it's a brilliant lie because it gets Madhav and us, the audience, on his side right away.
So, driven by this fear and this really twisted sense of loyalty, Madhav agrees to this desperate plan. And with that single decision, boom. That's the point of no return. They're not just hiding something anymore. They are now actively choosing to walk straight into a supernatural nightmare.
Okay, so now we enter Act 2, the confrontation. And this is where that simple, desperate plan to just get rid of a body goes completely off the rails. Their little journey descends into this night of escalating, supernatural terror.
Now, what the story does so masterfully here is build the suspense, step by step. It's not one big scare. It's this relentless series of creepy events. You see the timeline, right? The body vanishes, then it's back. A violent storm kicks up out of nowhere. It's almost like nature itself is working with whatever forces are at play here, trapping them in this little bubble of absolute fear.
But the horror isn't just happening around them anymore. Oh no. Now it starts to come directly from the corpse itself. And this is where things get way more personal and way more terrifying.
It all starts kind of subtly, just that creepy feeling you get, that sensation that you're being watched. Now imagine that feeling, but the thing that's watching you is supposed to be dead. Its eyes seem to follow Ramlal's every move, this silent, chilling accusation he just can't escape. And then, it's not just a feeling anymore. They hear a voice, a whisper, a direct command from the dead. And notice who it's aimed at, Ramlal. This isn't just some random haunting. This thing has a target. And right here, this is the moment that just shatters all the rules of reality, the ultimate violation. The corpse sits up, by itself. It's not just dead weight anymore. It's become an active participant in their journey, a reanimated vessel for vengeance. So this is the big question, isn't it? The one Madhav is probably screaming inside his own head. Is this actually happening, or are they just losing their minds? Is it the guilt, the fear, making them see things? The story just walks that line so perfectly, keeping you guessing, and that's what makes it so dang effective.
And all of that ambiguity, all that tension, it all leads us to the terrifying climax in Act 3, the resolution. All the strange events, the whispers, the fear, it's all coming to a head at the crematorium, where the horrifying truth is finally going to come out.
This is it. This is the climax. No more whispers, no more subtle hints. The spirit of the old man rises, fully animate, and it is ready to deliver its judgment. The time for games is officially over.
And there it is, the direct accusation. In this one moment, you can feel the two completely different realities of the story, Ramlal's carefully built lie and the horrifying supernatural truth, and they are about to collide with some serious force.
And here's the reveal that just changes everything. Laid out, plain and simple. Ramlal wasn't a scared bystander. He was a predator, a murderer. He didn't just find a body, he created one. And with that single truth, the entire story just flips on its head. The haunting wasn't random at all. It was a righteous quest for justice.
Can you even imagine the shock running through Madhav?
The whole night, he believed he was doing something for a friend, even if it was misguided. And in this one horrifying instant, he understands he's been played. He was manipulated into helping a murderer cover up a terrible crime. He's an accessory.
So, with the horrifying truth finally out in the open, the story moves really fast to its brutal, inevitable conclusion, the final judgment, the consequence of sin.
And the Spirit's justice is not quick. It's not merciful. It is a terrifying, methodical ritual. It physically drags the killer to his own doom, and then it turns to his friend, Madhav, and forces him to be the one who delivers the final punishment.
This final command is absolutely bone-chilling. The Spirit's peace, its liberation, can only happen through the violent destruction of its killer. Madhav has no choice. To free the innocent victim, he has to kill his guilty friend.
And the story leaves us with this grim, unforgettable image. The sounds of pure agony, triumphant vengeance, and deep regret, all mixed together in the night air. Justice has been served, but at a terrible, terrible cost for our protagonist, who is left scarred forever by the part he was forced to play. And ultimately, the story leaves us chewing on this haunting question. In this world, a supernatural force made sure that justice was delivered. But it makes you wonder, in a world without ghosts, how many stories just like Ramlal's end, not with a scream, but with silence?